Good Sunday afternoon, Covidians. I've stopped counting what lockdown day it is now, so I'm just not putting numbers on anymore. But as we are all so looking forward to all those shops opening tomorrow, isn't it just going to be amazing? Post-lockdown sales. We're going to be rushing in there. It's going to be like Black Friday, but on a Monday and socially distanced. People are going to be so upset, They're going to be so upset because they're going to keep that 2 meters between them in the queues. It's got to be there. Even going around the shops, there'll be markings, a one-way system, doors all worked out and everything. Shops have spent ages preparing for this. There'll even be shopping centres with social distancing marshals. 2 meters. That's been banged in there, hasn't it? Right from the beginning. 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters. Not for long. Sorry if your shop has spent all that money on all that signage. Sorry if your business has paid a fortune to get ready. Sorry if you're going to have to fire all the 2 meter enforcement wardens. Sorry if they're queuing round the block tomorrow. Sorry about that. But have faith. Boris takes charge on the 2 meter. The 2 meter rule. PM takes charge on 2 meters, which means it's going to become probably 18 inches, or at the most 1 meter. Because when Boris doesn't like the science, and it tells him that if you scrap the rule, even halve it, about 30 times as many people are going to get the infection, and a great deal more are going to die, Boris doesn't think too much about that. What Boris does then is scrabble around to find some scientists, and he's been scrabble, to find some scientists who say, no, you can scrap that. As I've said hundreds and hundreds of times. It was like when the Führer first found out about the ME262 fighter. The Führer insisted that it was developed as a fighter bomber. The Allies, well, they came over in the streams of bombers and they dropped them on Berlin. And the war was going really bad. And all of the Führer's advisors were saying to him, we need it as a fighter to intercept the bomber streams, to save the bulk of the German Reich. Nein, the Führer poo-pooed that idea. It's the best form of attack for the Reich is, well, attack. So it wasn't until much, much later in the war, when it was too late, really, for the plane to even be used in an air defence and a fighter role, exclusively that he changed it. Yeah, that was brilliant. And of course, in order to prove him right, Hitler picked the experts who agreed with him. And just like Boris did, if you didn't agree with him, you were fired. Just like the chief nurse was fired from being on the telly at the briefings. Then when you get really pissed off, what you do is you just stop the briefings. So 2 meters, yeah. Says on this one by Elaine Watts, person I know. Yep. Assholes, other countries have reduced social distancing because they stopped the virus before from killing so many people and listened to what the experts had to say. Instead of bowing down to the greed of party sponsors for profit, while more deaths are going on as the second wave hits the UK. Evil bloody liars. Of course they are. Why is the 2 meters going? Profit. Come on. How? I've said this before and I'll say it again. You know, they always get you an advert, don't they, around about Black Friday. You got to use your elbows and get in there. I always used to love those adverts. Use your elbows. Elbow. Oh, elbow them out of the way. Elbow them in the chin. Get that bargain. Pull out that HD TV or whatever. Now listen, if that is the case, how can you do that 2 meters away? They want you spending, obviously, to get Britain out of a recession. They want you spending, but they want you packed into those shops so you can fight tooth and nail like you fought over the toilet rolls. They want you jammed together in queues in those shopping centres. That way you'll buy more. And as you buy more, especially stuff that you don't need, so billionaires will get richer. And as they get richer, so the pandemic will spread. And of the 40, 50, 60, 100,000 of you in whatever queue, or in whatever department store you've been rammed, or into which workplace you've been rammed back, then many of you will get the virus, helps to herd immunity, and also, of course, helps with the, just the cull, the culls come. So, sorry, but that's all going to be going soon, that's all going to be going, no more of that, it's got to go, it's getting in the way, Now on to Black Lives Matter. Well, woman gets home, finds this saying, idiots, why don't you go back where you come from? IDOTs, monkeys, hate you. IDOTs, are you an IDOT? Yeah? They still can't bloody spell, can they? Look at these people holding the cross. Holding the cross. That's not what the cross is about. That's not about the man who, the God who came down to earth in human form. That guy who walked the earth called Jesus and whatever, and preached about peace, love, justice, taught us about being good and helpful to each other, taught us to respect the world, the creation, respect each other. And these people are going, they use the cross, Ridiculous. But my favourite one, and this is a hopeful one. Look at that. I love the humorous take on it. Hard left BLM looter steals fascist. Great guy. In the midst of all that hate, in the midst of all that pain, in the midst of all that evil, I see a human being carrying another human being. I see just a human being. I see hope in that photograph. Sorry, folks, our lives are still absolutely expendable. Johnson is the friendly fascist, He's not necessarily the one who comes as you would expect him to come. He doesn't come, this guy here, yeah? He doesn't come in the jackboots. He doesn't come in the steel helmet, the Stahlhelm, the steel helm, the steel helmet. He doesn't come in that. No, not this guy. No, he comes waving this bloody flag, this butcher's apron. He comes with smiles on his face. He comes appealing to your patriotism. He comes appealing to nationalism. And he knows that if he promises to send all those nasty people who are nothing like you and you don't like, and you're absolutely convinced they're taking your jobs, and you're so white that to you really black lives couldn't matter. He comes and he tells all those people, well, yes, of course we'll be sending them back. Yeah. And he comes and he waves his flag. That's why you must understand. This is wolf in sheep's clothing stuff. Yeah. This is all about appearance. Fake. Surface. You know, he comes and it will get worse now. It'll get worse. I predict that as the next Great Depression comes, yeah, I totally predict this. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it usually happens. Just like Germany in the 1930s. Depression hits the world. Great Depression. All around the world. Right-wing fascist movements come to power. Civil liberties are sacrificed. People are eugenically wiped out. Jackboot of fascism comes in all smiling. Yeah. Big parades, lots of noise, banners, nationalism, pride, achievement, racial theory, yeah, racial science, it all comes in. And as people have been so hit by the depression, they vote these people in. They vote people who will eventually turn out to be murderers in, racial cleansers, murdering the population, killing anybody they think either produces nothing or is of the wrong religion, creed, colour, or just doesn't fit in, is maybe not producing anything because, like many of us, they're disabled. Yeah, they've got to go. I mean, absolutely. The fascists always kill the disabled. Yeah. They always kill the old as well. Yeah. It's going to happen. It's bad now. But I swear to God, it's going to get worse. God help us. Only we can fight back before it's too late.